last year I had the best sleep of my life every day. In fact, I forgot what it was like to even be tired. Okay? Now, if you're wondering how this is possible, I'm going to share with you the 3 things I did to ensure that I had the best sleep I ever had, woke up feeling refreshed, and can count on my hands the amount of times I was actually tired, right? It was very, very low. In fact, I almost forgot what it was like to actually be tired. Now, you're probably wondering what this weird thing in my hand is. This is a microphone. I'm just testing it out. As I'm filming videos every day for YouTube, I'm trying to make improvements. So one of the things I'm testing today is how can I improve the audio? So I've got the mic in my hand instead of far away on my desk. The only problem with it is it's obviously not an ideal way to record a YouTube video, but let me give it a try. And let me talk to you about the 3 things I did to have the best sleep of my life. Now, the very first thing I did, and I'm playing with the legs of the microphone right now, which probably isn't the best thing to be doing, but the very first thing I did is I had 2 goals at the start of 2023. Now, these weren't official goals or anything like that. They were just thoughts in the back of my mind. And the first one was never wake up with an alarm clock again. So never wake up with an alarm. And I would say that most days I actually was able to achieve that. There might have been 12 times, for example, when I had to wake up with an alarm. And that was just when I was checking out of my Airbnb or hotel room, or I had to catch an early morning flight, right? So I had absolutely fantastic sleep because I was waking up without an alarm. I was just waking up when my body was naturally ready. And that meant when I went to sleep the night before, I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't worried about how little sleep I'm getting. And I actually slept pretty damn well pretty much every single night. And if I didn't have a good night's sleep, well, I was able to sleep in, right? And wake up when my body was naturally ready. The second goal, which is a bit unrelated at this stage for this video, was to never know what day of the week it was, because I didn't ever want to be living a life where I'm looking forward to the weekends and I'm not looking forward to the week, or vice versa. So maybe I'll make a video about that another day. But in terms of actual sleep, so wake up without an alarm. So that's my first tip to getting the best sleep of your life, and never know what it's like to get bad sleep and be tired. So number 1 is wake up without alarm. Now, how can you actually do this? How can you make it practical? Because a lot of people can't. And what I did is I created a lifestyle situation where I started work later in the day, right? I naturally sleep in the morning. A question you can ask yourself is, if you're on a desert island, what time do you naturally think you'll go to sleep? And what time do you naturally think you'll wake up? And chances are your gut instinct will know the answer to that. So me knowing that I'm a night owl, I like to sleep in the mornings. I had a job where I started later in the day. And as a result, I could go to bed at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when I was ready to go to sleep, and I could wake up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., even 11 a.m. if I needed to, and therefore I woke up refreshed every morning. I never went to sleep with anxiety, worrying about my alarm clock or missing my alarm clock, or how much time I had left to sleep, and it was just absolutely amazing. Now, the second thing that I recommend you do to improve your sleep is actually 3 things. It's 3 tools. So let me write down here 2 tools, and I'll draw the tools. You tell me if you know what these are. Tool 1, this is like Pictionary or something. Tool 2, and this one, let's see if I can draw it. Tool 3. So what are these tools? Let's start with them one by one. Tool number 1 over here. These bad boys right here, made by Swanwick Sleep. These were actually given to me by the founder of the company, Tristan Swanwick. He did it with his brother James. James is a really nice guy, really great guy. So is Tristan. But these are blue light blocking glasses. So what do these actually do, and how are they helpful for you? Well, have you ever been camping? And when you go camping, what happens when the sun goes down, right? When the sun goes down, you start to get very tired, even if it's earlier than your normal bedtime. Say the sun goes down at 6 o'clock, you could be ready to be in bed by 6:30, right? You get very tired very quickly when the sun goes down. Well, why is that, right? Why is that different to when you're at home and it can be 8 p.m. and you're not tired at all, right? Well, the reason for that is blue light. So blue light is essentially light that's emitted from the sun, a specific spectrum of light. It's emitted from the sun, and it tells your body that you're awake. And what happens when the sun starts to go down, sun sets and then it goes completely, is there's less blue light in the atmosphere, less blue light going into your eyes. And what happens is it signals to your body that it's bedtime, that the sun is no longer up, it's nighttime, it's time for bed, and melatonin starts to get released into your body, right? Natural melatonin that your body produces. And so what happens in the modern society, why people are awake at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. at nighttime, is because there's artificial light all over. The artificial light is coming from your mobile phone, from your TV screen, from your computer screen, from the lights in your roof, for example. And in this light, there's blue light, right? And this blue light, as I said, naturally comes from the sun. But because it's coming from all these man-made light sources, your body doesn't know it's nighttime. Your brain's not getting the signal that it's time to release melatonin and start winding down for bed. So have you ever seen on your phone the night mode, right? You can turn on night mode. You can do it on your computers as well if you've got an Apple computer. Maybe you can do it on Windows too. But essentially, you'll notice it produces like an orange kind of hue or an orange filter on your screen. What that's doing is it's reducing the amount of blue light coming from your phone, which is fantastic. That's a really good thing to have turned on at night. But what happens when you go to the bathroom and there's lights coming from your bathroom ceiling or in your bedroom or the TV that you're watching, right? You don't have blue light blocking filters on these. And so what these glasses do is these glasses actually stop or reduce the amount of blue light going into your eyes. So you can put these on at nighttime. It's going to start to signal to your brain, all right, the sun has gone down. It's time to go to bed, time to start winding down, time to start producing melatonin. So that's number one. That's these glasses. Number two is this item over here. What is this? This is an eye mask. Now, an eye mask is a fantastic way to block out light while you're sleeping. I highly recommend using one of these. In fact, as I was talking about, light has a big impact on your circadian rhythm, and it has a big impact on how you sleep. And a lot of people are sleeping in rooms where there's not blackout curtains or blackout blinds, and there's light shining through in the morning, and the light, when it hits your eyes, wakes you up, and it signals to your body that it's daytime and it's time to get up, right? Or there might be light from other sources, such as the hallway light could be on and it's bringing light into your room, or your phone lights up. Even if it's on silent, you get a message, your phone lights up, that light kind of wakes you up, startles you, you like get out of bed, you want to see what it is, right? So eye mask, super critical, highly recommend it. And the third one, which you don't need necessarily depending on your sleeping situation, is earplugs. So I got these earplugs right here that you can see, and I use these a lot when I travel, right? I can be in a hotel room or a hostel or an Airbnb. It's a new environment, it might be a little bit noisy, cars might be driving past, and what the earplugs do is they don't block out all of the noise, but they block out the highs, so that, you know, if there's a bang or a loud car driving past or a car honking or hooting as they're driving past, it takes out the high of the noise. So you can still hear it, but it's more flat, it's less jarring, and it's less likely to wake you up. So those are the three tools I use to sleep better. And the third way to sleep better at night well, there's many sleep tips, but the third one I'm going to give you, I was going to say the third one is have a consistent sleep routine, which is super important. That helps your body know, natural rhythms. But when you wake up with an alarm, it's not as important because, as long as you're staying within reason, it's not super important. But the third one, which most people aren't doing, is a nighttime routine. Nighttime routine. This is or it should be called a wind down. wind down routine. And what that basically is, oftentimes we're working super late, or we're active, we're on our phones, we're doing XYZ, we're watching TV. And what we're not doing is we're actually not signaling to our mind and our body that it's time to switch off, it's time to start relaxing, and it's time to go to sleep. So what I recommend you do is you have some sort of a nighttime wind down routine. Ideally, you're turning off activities that stimulate your brain, such as watching TV or scrolling through social media. And you start doing more casual, chilled nighttime activities. So for example, you can turn the lights down in your house. As I mentioned with the blue light, it's not good to have these bright lights on at nighttime. You can maybe turn on some relaxing music. A hot shower or a hot bath is good at night because it increases your body temperature, and then your body works to reduce your temperature and put you to sleep. Another thing that's really important is having a cold room when you go to sleep, because what that's going to allow you to do is actually signal to your body. So I mentioned light signals, night and day, but so does temperature. At nighttime, it's always colder than it is during the day. And so what that means is if you can sleep in a colder or a cooler room, that's going to start to wind you down and put you to sleep and signal to your body that it's nighttime. So you need to start thinking about what would an ideal nighttime routine look like for you. Something casual, something chilled, something that's not going to stimulate your mind or your body. Although you could go for a light walk, for example, at nighttime, especially outside where it's cooler, to go to sleep. So that is it for today's lesson. Thank you for listening. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, comment below what your nighttime routine is going to look like. Comment below if you would like to test waking up without an alarm, and comment below if either of these 3 items you're currently using right now. I recommend that you use at least one of these. By the way, as a side note, I didn't mention this before, but the reason I'm at home in Sydney, Australia, and I sleep in a pitch black room, but I still use this eye mask. Why? Because I want to get in the habit of wearing an eye mask, and so it's comfortable for me, and I'm used to sleeping with an eye mask when I'm in a situation where I really need it, where it's light outside coming in through the blinds, or it's a light room for whatever reason. So again, thank you for listening. Comment below what you'd like to learn on the next session, and appreciate your time, and I'll see you tomorrow.